Tell us about the Show Me Manufacturing Video Contest.
Sure, Eric. The Show Me Manufacturing Video Contest started in 2015 in a pilot in Troy, Missouri in Lincoln County. And we had a few teams participate, and the reception by the manufacturing community and the education community was really overwhelming. And so we started to scale it out. And last year we went statewide, started utilizing more teams from around the state. This year we had the 4 finalists were from Troy, St. Louis, Monroe, and of course Lebanon.
What were some of the criteria that were used to help judge the Show Me Manufacturing Video Contest?
Yeah, the criteria, there's basically about 4 categories. One was editing, of course, so how well the production was put together, that the transitions were done properly, editing as far as music and sound. We look for the quality of the sound, so going from one interview to the next, that there wasn't a lull or drop in the sound quality, so that was good. The type of scenery that's being utilized, so how you do pans, the zoom in and zoom out on the video, the overall story, so the actual how do you convey what's cool about manufacturing to your audience, and then just overall production quality. And so those 4 pieces all went together, and Lebanon, of course, excelled in just about every one of those areas, both on the public vote, so we have a public vote to this too, where general population, general public can vote for the video, and that can drive up your rankings too. So, and then of course the review team.
Excellent, excellent. And tell us a little bit about the review team.
Yeah, review team is comprised of a variety of different professionals. Majority have their background in multimedia, graphic design, or communications. And so they were very impressed by the output, for sure. And as mentioned earlier about editing, great job with the editing. So,
thank you. Well, I want to kind of give us a bigger picture about the Missouri Chamber of Commerce and Industry. What are some of your main purposes in education?
Yeah, so the Missouri Chamber of Commerce is one of the largest business associations in the state of Missouri. It was founded over 95 years ago to help Missouri's business community really accelerate and grow across the state. And over the last maybe 5 years or so, we've gravitated to a strategic plan called Missouri 2030, and that's given us a lot of different capacity, and one of which is to enhance what we do with our foundation, being which the education programs that we have, and one of which is the Dream It Do It program. Okay. So Dream It Do It is a National Association of Manufacturers program, and that's where the video competition actually started from. And so we try to bridge the gap between what business and industry needs on skilled talent and what education is performing on the output of that skilled talent, and trying to get connections made. So it could be at a state level with the departments, or it could be at a local level with a school board, a school district, or a business like Missouri Cooperage.
Very good. Well, I can see that there's a lot of things going on at the state level. Do you see something coming up in the future? What are some goals that you have set forward?
Yeah, so we have our big strategic plan, which is 2030, and so by the year 2030, we hope that Missouri's business climate is that much more better than what it is today. We hope that our students coming out of K-12 higher education are ready to meet the challenges and the occupations that are out there in 15 years from now, or less than 15 years from now. And we hope we're competing on a global level. We already are in many regards, but we want to be way and above, beyond what we are today. So that's what our wishes are. We hope that business and education become more closely aligned, and that programs like what you're doing here with Lebanon, with the media program as well as the Go Caps program, become statewide, where we see it in every school district, not just in a few here and there. So. Well, we were really impressed by the quality of video. In all honesty, I saw the first draft come through because I get to see all the drafts, and I saw a few of the other drafts, and I'm like, wow, they have some tough competition. And then I saw Lebanon's draft come through, and I said, uh-oh, I think we have a competitor here. At the end of the day, when we put it out for public vote, time and time again, the Missouri Cooperage and Lebanon video kept getting rave reviews. And so, I can't commend your team enough. You guys are just knocking it out of the park. Whatever career potential you have, it's clear you have a good pathway in the marketing media world. So continue to keep on that path.
Mr. Adams, he actually approached us probably
early November
of last year, and called me, sent me an email, asked about coming to Missouri Cooperage, just with our process, with our barrels, in the wine and spirits industry, and thought, you know, this might be a good place, good option for the video due to how our products are made from the beginning to the end. Of course, the Boswell family has started actually Missouri Cooperage Independent Stave Company. It's a locally owned company, has been in Lebanon. It was, you know, founded in Lebanon, Missouri, and it's just a family-based business, and so that's kind of how it.
And your products, your barrels go all around the world.
Oh, all over the world.
In France, in Germany,
Yep.
everywhere
All
that there's a
over the
need
world.
for
Yep.
storage of the, you know, beer, wine, whatever.
Yes.
And they're the world's largest cooperage.
Yep.
And so that's a
The
huge
world's
achievement.
largest barrel
Wow.
manufacturer.
Right here in Lebanon.
Right here in
That's
Lebanon.
awesome. So were you worried about that partnership when you first, you know, Eric approached you to, hey, I'm going to bring in some video cameras and we're going to tape the process? No?
No, not
Good.
really. Not really. He visited several times, and it was to help with our marketing team also. I just kind of guided him around the plant.
Sure.
But the marketing team kind of guided both of us, and we just took it off from there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think their long-standing relationship with the schools has kind of worked out any of the bugs that have occurred over the years. It's like, okay, well, we know where the most visible, most visually interesting parts are, and it blew me out of the water when I saw how a barrel came from the rough wood, and then, you know, was sanded down and pieced together by hand, and then skillfully with technology put into a barrel. It was magic. It really was. I was very impressed, and I was just trying to capture each of those steps with the students. I mean, it's like, okay, we want to have a camera here, a camera there, like, you know, triangulate the whole access of the person, but also the product, and that was really fulfilling for me, is to see that.
Well, you nailed it. I mean, you caught the art and the craft behind it, and the science and technology as well. So, I mean, and then also seeing the stories from the people that worked there.
Yeah.
You know, why they had the passion of working for Missouri Cooperage. I think that was also a nice piece to it. So, good job.
Thank you.